All of my life, I've had this constantly growing backlog of video games that I tell myself I'm going to play someday. Some of these games are classics I should have played, while others are straight from the bargain bin. Over the course of this series, I'm going to play those video games for about 5 minutes. I will then shout my opinion at you through the voice of this AI. I think any gamer can gauge in the first 5 minutes whether a game is for them or not. Welcome to low-quality 5-minute game reviews. Aliens, Extreme Blood and Gore twin-stick shooter, voiced by and starring Bruce Willis. 1998's Apocalypse on the PlayStation 1 happens to check all of these boxes. I first encountered Apocalypse on a PlayStation demo disc in the early 2000s. I would play that first level over and over for years. It would simply be known as that Bruce Willis game amongst my group of friends for decades to come. Apocalypse is never sure of what kind of game it wants to be, and that's just fine with me. Bruce Willis actually lent his own face to be photomapped to the character of Trey Kincaid, as well as doing 2 whole days of voiceover. I think Trey is supposed to be a scientist, but that is never conveyed very well. This is one of the earlier examples of a twin-stick shooter on the newly created DualShock controller from Sony, and it actually holds up well. It's hard to imagine a world where we would still be playing anything but fighting games with the D-pad, but up until 1997, that's all we had. The environments are cool and the guns are fun, and you can shoot the limbs off of every creature in the game. Apocalypse managed to hold my attention for over 15 minutes. Not a ton of games from the PS1 have aged particularly well, and this is for certain a diamond in the rough. This same game engine would later go on to be the basis for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and test footage is said to exist of Bruce Willis as Trey Kincaid, skating around its sci-fi setting.